agitate! Is this not why you were here?
Lucky bastard.
Are you being sarcastic or something like that?
Fool, you should never mix your drinks.
What are you retarded?
We'll have to take this abuse much longer.
You're a fool! You're a fool! You're a fool!
Oh, that's what we call diarrhea.
You think this is a fucking joke? This ain't Kenny Cameron. There's no hidden cameras.
Oh shit, I've said fuck. Oh fuck, I've said shit.
Fancy an arse. Get a weapon collector, Ross.
I could knock him out in the shed. Are you kidding me? That is crazy.
Stop it, please. For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time.
Is this not why you were here?
Right, everyone, how are you? Hopefully I'll be in a better mood tonight. Fuck's sake. So this is on. I was in a good mood most of the night last night. Just something got to me at the end. Oh yeah, actually, I'll sort someone out in a minute. Zed, you right, mate? Persio, Lewis, Irish Ladies, and Khalid. How you doing? You right? Khalid said he watched Raw Deal last night, full of gun porn. Yeah, good, any. Yeah, I would say that's probably one of the films that probably influenced me wanting to collect gun type things and weapons. Mr. X, how you doing, mate? You right? Right, I'm gonna put subscriber mode on early today. Just to save a load of fucking bollocks. So sadly, if you're not already subscribed for a certain amount of time, blame the scumbag cunt trolls, because you won't be able to comment. Zed said, you're in a better mood. I'm not. You know what, Zed? I was all right. I was all right nearly all of last night. And then there was just a couple of little things that irritated me. But I've decided that I should up my game a bit and stop doing some of the spiteful things I do. Because one of the things I do is I've noticed, if I notice the chat's going a bit sort of quiet, I deliberately just sit there being quiet, and that's not really what you should do. That's not entertaining to watch. It's just making it more quiet. So I've got a little treat for you lot. I have created this. I'll show it again later. I have created the box of shitty delights. So if it comes to a little quiet period, or I think people are talking about stuff that I don't want to talk about, or I need a different topic, I can use that box of shitty delights to get us out of it. All right, if I can be bothered, anyway. So yeah. Matthew said hello. How are you, Matthew? What's your deal? If you can still comment. Mr. X is still pretty busy, but getting there. Yeah, how's everything where you are at the minute? It's all good, just like, as in like, just general life. Life's treating you good, Mr. X. Your hand getting better. I think you're probably nearly fully recovered now, aren't you? Apart from the tips being sensitive. You're right, Dan. Oh God. Sounds late again. Tut. Oh, you or me? I'm always fucking late, and There's ever been a time I ain't late? Yeah, if I didn't say hello to everyone, hello. What's the matter, Zed, as well? He said he's not in a good mood. Colleen said, I've recently found out military weapons are actually not as reliable as privately owned because they're reused so much and not cleaned well sometimes. I suppose you're putting it that way. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I bet they're probably, I bet often they're not looked after as well as a military gun. Probably not. Yeah, it's probably used a lot more, not looked after as much. Yeah, I bet that makes sense. That makes sense. Darren, you're right, mate. How are you today? SAK, you're right, Stu. I've uploaded that video. It'll go live tomorrow. I've uploaded it because I'm going to go out tomorrow because it's the anniversary. I hate saying anniversary. It just don't sound like. Tomorrow will be 2 years to the day when my dad died. So we're going out for the day, like we did last year. So I've already uploaded it. So when I get in, I don't have to do nothing. Harry, how you doing, mate? You all right? Mother, you all right, mate? So yeah, so if I've for the people who've just joined, I've made us a little when there's quiet times on the streams or if I'm getting in a bit of a funny mood, I've made this. It is the box of shitty delights. I don't know if that was a good name calling it that, but yes, the box of crappy delights. But I thought shitty delights would sound better. And it's just got some stuff in there that if it's getting a bit quiet or I need a distraction, I can use something out of that box. Dan said still not great. Well, I'll get there. And thank you, Mike. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, well, feelings mutual, mate. I hope things can get better if they can. You know what I mean? At least if you can go see your mum and that. Down to the fine idea. Zed said part 1. I'll wait until you've put part 2 on to read that out. That said, respect you and your family, WC. Thank you, Tactical. I appreciate that, mate. Yeah. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. Yeah. Getting a bit quiet. Shall I use the box? Oh no, I won't use it yet. Harry said, should be interesting, lol. Yeah, it's got some topics in there. Because the thing is, I must admit, I do prefer to just do I don't like having topics, and I don't mind having the odd topic. I'll always have something in the back of my head, like a recent film or something. But I don't like planning the streams out too much. I prefer to just do it as it goes along. Have a bit more of a laugh. But you don't always have a laugh. You always have a laugh, but you know what I mean? Sometimes they're funnier. But yeah, it would be worth having a bit of a backup, or at least something there to remind me. If it's getting a bit quiet, why don't you run an ad or something, or Mr. X, I've only just got out of bed. What time is it where you are though? If you got out of bed at 9 p.m, I'd think, oh, no, it's 8. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, that's nice and early for you. My sleeping pattern used to be terrible at one point. I used to cycle through the days, so it would get each day I'd go to bed an hour later and get up an hour later the next day, and it would cycle through. So one day I'd be getting up at 3 p.m. and so a week later I'd be getting up at 9 p.m. Week later I'd be probably getting up at 5 a.m. Week later I'd be getting up at 11 a.m. Week later 3 p.m. I never felt well doing that. Right, Pete, how you doing, mate? I don't think there's any lasses on yet. Unless they're watching and being quiet. Dan said, "When I can, Mike, can I please buy one of your cups?" I don't need to do anything, Dan. You just go on to Teespring and buy it. Yeah, Dan, if you want to buy one, because I don't actually sell them. Then they don't come from me. You just buy them from the merch store. So in a minute, Nightbot will pop that up. So Zed said, I had to do a bit of shopping and saw a mate I hadn't seen in a while. While we were there saying hello to each other, the old fool hit me with his trolley. When I said, "Careful, mister," he told me it was my fault for standing there and called me an idiot. Now, as you all know, I'm a peaceful fella, but there are some things that annoy me. Well, they're going to be a third part. You've been out for a day trip and hang on. Part 3. What I'm happy about was my mate holding me back when I wanted to slap the fucker. He deserved it in life. In fuck's sake, said. So yeah, she went out a bit shopping, nearly had a fight. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, I know what you mean though. Sometimes things just fucking irritate you, don't they? I think that's what happened to me last night. Some things just fucking irritate you, don't they? And you can't sort of You struggle to control your stuff. Tactical says, found some cheap night vision on eBay, 42 quid. YouTube reviews show they're pretty decent. So ordered one. Where's my Brian? Yeah, well, glad you mentioned it because I would have forgot about it. So here goes. Tactical's got some new night vision.
Ooh, lucky bastard.
Lucky I didn't put the. You're lucky I didn't put the wrong one on. I nearly clicked it. Gun down, mate. Do it, mate. You're right. Gleed said, I wish more people would respect their parents. My father is the idiot, but I still respect him because he's my father. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Dan said, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, that link just above your comment, that will take you to the merch store. You don't need to buy it from me. You buy it from that website and I'll get profit out of it. I set the profits, essentially. Gundown said, "Did you get a new sword?" No, that's my Witcher sword. Which when Metallic Reality comes on, I'll show you it. It's my Witcher short sword. It was a half size sword because in if that was the true sword, it would be actually twice the size of that. Fucking thing's massive. Mother said, I found out Hatilla sell Chinese copy slingshots of Simple Shot. I don't know what that is. You know what? I do not know what that is. Rich, how you doing, mate? You right? Darren said, how is everyone else today? And thanks for the link, Mike. Is that spit or swallow? Nice one, Pete. That is swallow. That is the swallow, yes. Persia said night vision. Mike could knock him out in his shed. Yes. Oh, God. They're all coming tonight. Right. I can find it. I'll read that again. Yes. Mike could knock that out in his shed. I still can't find it. I've moved all the videos around because you can change the order. He could make that in his shed.
I could knock him out in his shed.
Eventually. Dad said, well, it hurt when he hit me with the trolley. Even broke the skin on my leg. Wringing his neck could have been fair punishment, I reckon. Yeah, I don't blame you, Zed. I don't blame you. That would have pissed me off. That said, one Janekian said, this is not a channel for violence. It's tolls on this wall. Oh, fuck's sake. And he said, P.S. what a cunt he was. You make me laugh. Right, if you didn't see it earlier, I've made this box. So if we get bored, I can get this box out. Give me something to entertain you with. Not necessarily, if it gets a bit quiet or whatever, I can go to that box and fill the quietness. Whether you lot like it or not, I don't know. Getting a bit quiet right now, isn't it? What should I do? Oh, maybe I should play an ad, shouldn't I? Might as well, since it's about that. Well, I say seeing about that time, won't be long, very long. Right, so if anyone ever wants to support this channel, you can. You may not know that, but you can. It doesn't matter if you don't, but it is massively appreciated if you do. You can support me through a thing called coffee.com where you just pay PayPal and it goes straight into my PayPal, but it just is a third-party website. It makes it a lot easier, and you can also write me a little message. I'll know you donated, and then I can play you a little video. And it helps the channel because it's been completely demonetized. So this video will show you how to do it. It's 30 seconds long, so don't go nowhere. And there'll be a link in the description and in the chat from a thing called Nightbot. So I'll see you in 30 seconds. There you go. That's how easy it is. It's a fucking video tutorial showing you exactly how to do it. Tactical said he'd be a cunting casualty if I had my way. No, Zed said that. Dan said, forgot to ask. My casualty brother held up. He's all right as far as I'm aware. I've not seen him today. I saw him last night. He seemed all right. I'll see him tomorrow. Yeah, he seems all right. Darren said to Zed, best way to get your own back on people. When you're shopping, fart and gas them out. Fuck's sake. Dad said to Zed, I had a woman keep pushing me with her trolley once. I said, there you go, Your Majesty. The till is all yours. The cheeky guy started making a fuss, saying, look at him. Did you hear his mouth? Yeah. Some people are fucking mental cases, aren't they? I've just reread your comment, Zed. So you was talking to a mate and someone else bumped into you with the trolley, yeah. I just wasn't sure quite who. Gundam said, I was watching Houston Jones video. He had people hit him with different maces. Looked really painful. He bled. I think I know the video you're on about. I've not actually seen it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, I feel a bit sick today. I ain't too much. Oh, God. Yeah, I've not actually seen that video, but I know what you're talking about. How I know, I don't know, but I do. Bikini Bandit, you right, mate? So what's everyone been up to today then? I ain't done a lot. I watched Alien Covenant. I've seen it before. I thought it was all right. I think Prometheus is slightly better. It's an all right film. I enjoy it, but it's not like one of the best. Alien is better, and I think Prometheus is better. But it's a good film. It's worth watching. That's all I've done today. Oh, and I did a couple of videos saying about aliens. Actually, if I have to get this box out and do something, you will see some new videos I've put on. Yeah. Match betting in the Grand National. Bikini, nice one. Yorkshire boy, you right, mate? He said, my air rifle with permission let me use my redback. Great little crossbow of a stock from 3D Cabin. Hitting 1 litre bottle at 20 yards. I need a scope on that. Yeah, they're good, aren't they? They're good. Yeah, I like my redback's not got a lot on it because I like my redback being very basic. And then some of the other ones I've got have a lot more on them. You know what I mean? But my actual redbacks, funny. Well, my redback XRs have got a hell of a lot on. And I did put a laser light combo on that earlier, which I'll show you in a bit if anyone wants to see it. But yeah, they're good, aren't they, Yorkshire boy? Peter said, oh, Peter, you're right, mate. He said, went for a hike in Salisbury Plain. Knackered now. That would get your box out for the lads. And recovering from another week of wage slavery. Persia said, been going through my camping stuff, and I believe I made a boo-boo. The tarp I bought might be too small. Fuck's sake. I just remembered I saw a comment earlier from, was it Khalid? Someone said about tattoos. Oh yeah, Khalid, if you're still on, he said, do you have any gun tattoos? I don't actually. I don't have any tattoos of guns or anything like that. Yeah, you know what, Persia? I sometimes think my tarp might be a bit too fucking small, but it depends which bug out bag. Because I've got a sort of never coming home bag, and that's got a tent in it. But my bug out bag's got tarps in it. Because the bug out bag might be, the bugging out situation might be not as long term. Dad said, oh, by the way, Mike, I found a metal track with Brian Blessed doing the vocals. Did you really? That'd be interesting. Right, let me put that on my... I won't play that, but I'll put that into my songs. Fucking adverts. I'll put that into my songs playlist, Dad. And then next Saturday, I'll listen to it. I might listen to it before then, but I will definitely listen to it next Saturday because it'll be the first song that comes up for me. It's a bit risky doing it on here because of the copyright shit and the screen going black. You remember when the screen went black? Was you on that time, Jed, when the screen went black when I was playing music? I didn't realise at the time that it wasn't really an issue. I got an email saying as soon as you stop playing the music, the screen will come back. Bergio said, so if it rains on Friday, I'm probably getting wet. What, your feet or your head? Fuck's sake, Bergio. Oh, I hope you don't. Tactical said, if you're ever up this way, WC, my cousin's a tattoo artist. We'll get you inked. Well, Malk used to do them. If I ever want, yeah, but I appreciate that. Yes, if I'm ever up your way, I'll get your cousin to do them. Yeah, funny thing is, I've got a couple of people down here. I've never really been interested in tattoos. People tend to think I have loads, but I've only got that. That's it. You know, and the one there that that's a cover up. Well, it's sort of a cover up. It's a black smudge. Anthony, you're right, mate. But you said both. You're gonna get on your feet. I think I'd rather get my feet wet or sleep in a sort of curled up position. Stu said, "What do you think of the Alien versus Predator films, Mark? I think the first one is all right. Second one would be all right, but it's hard to see what's going on after time." Right. So the first one, that's the snowy one in the sort of pyramid under the ground, isn't it? Sort of thing. Yeah, I like that. I thought that one was pretty good. The second one I've only ever seen once and can barely remember it. I might buy them soon, Stu. So I've sort of got everything because I've now got all of the Alien films. The ones I'm missing are, well, I haven't got all the Alien films, so I've not got the Alien vs Predator ones. Yeah, I'll have to watch them fresh, Stu, and I'll let you know. But I did think the first one in the snow that had Lance Hendrickson in it as well. I thought that was all right. That was pretty good. That's I remember that. Yeah, the blacking out the screen. Mother said, Mike, I need to talk to Shalom about your stuff. Do you know what, Mother? If you know the crossbow, I'm not sure what's going on with it. If he wants to just keep it, let him keep it. Because I've got a feeling. Well, maybe it is just he's so busy he can't do it. But I started to wonder if maybe he hasn't got it anymore or he wants to keep it. If he wants to do that, let him do that. That's fine by me. I don't mind. You've been a massive support of this channel anyway. If I'd say just let him do it at his own pace. I'm not really that fussed, if you know what I mean. Yeah. It's up to you. You know, it's up to you. You know, if you want me to have that crossbow, but I don't mind. You know, because it's been a long time and he never seems to say anything about it, does he? So it makes me wonder if he's even still got it or has he broke it or something. Oh, I don't know. Mr. X said one of my sons is a tattooist. Yeah, Malk was. Well, Malk did that. That was Indian ink. My twin brother did that, and he's still got. It's actually in our loft. He's still got all of his tattoo stuff. Yeah, he used to do tattoos every day. Heroin with he said, can he comment on my other? I've had to put subscriber mode on tonight, so it might be that, mate. It might be that if you want to subscribe for very long. Persia said hammock camping, so we shall see what happens. Now, I've never done hammock camping. Malk seems to like that. Anthony said the first one's the best. Dan said, what did you watch? I didn't watch nothing. What did I do last night? Do you know what, Dan? I can't even remember. I think I just, you know what? After the live stream, I think I just sat on the computer for about 3 fucking hours listening to music. Watching YouTube shorts without the sound on, because you don't need to watch with the sound on anyway. Yeah. But today I watched Alien Covenant. Tatcher said, oh yeah, seen your hammock camping, Persia. Your plough point tarp only good for ground camping. Anthony said, don't forget the thumbs up. Yeah, thank you, Anthony. I forget to say that nowadays. I always used to remember to say that. But I often forget nowadays. Mother said, Shalom is a good guy. He's just very busy. That's good to know then. Because I was going to say, I don't mind, Mother. You know what I mean? Because it's not something I'm not missing anything by not having it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. If he's busy, that I'm in no rush. You know me. Even if I didn't get it for a year, that's not going to bother me. You know, it's a nice gift when it comes, sort of thing. But yeah, it's up to you. If you want to mention to him again. But I'm not really fussed. You know what I mean? But I appreciate it. Shall we test out one of the? Do you want to test out one of the things from the box of shitty delights? All right. Do you want to test it? So if someone replies, we'll test out one of the things, and you can see the new. You can see the new clips I've done. But it's just a way that if the chat starts getting a bit, I don't know if it's quiet or no one's saying anything, or you know what I mean. I've got this little box now. I thought I'd up my game. All right, hang on. All right, Peugeot said test. All right, so this is one of the things that might come up every now and then. All right. It'll probably be total bollocks. It probably won't work. No one will be interested. But I'll give it a go. Right.
I want to play a game. Make your choice. Let the game begin.
Right. We are going to play a TV and film quiz. So, this is a little 5-minute thing. We're going to have a little 5-minute game now of film quiz. So, you lot write the answers down. It'll probably make the fucking chat even quieter. So, I'm going to shuffle these. Let's get one out. Right. Are you ready? I've put a 5-minute timer on. Oh, I'll skip that one. That looks a bit hard, actually. Oh, yeah, I'll just leave it on. I see who knows their films. Right. Which 2016 film told the story of the black female mathematicians who worked at NASA during the space race? Actually, that's not that hard. Zed's missed it. I thought I'd do this if it was a bit quiet. Let me repeat that. Which 2016 film told the story of a black female mathematicians who worked at NASA during the space race? Come on. I thought this would. I thought it'd be quieter. It's going to be quieter than it fucking was doing this, isn't it? Gives me something to do at least. Right. Give you a 30-second countdown. Where's my countdown? All right, really. I'm not going to put you through that. Right. The answer was Hidden Figures. Right. Which star of Little Big Lies won a Golden Globe in 2018 for Best Actress in a miniseries? Alex was right. Alex was right there. Well, it was a little bit late. That was the answer to that one. Which star of Little Big Lies won a Golden Globe in 2018 for the Best Actress in a miniseries? Are you not supposed to be Googling it either, by the way? Well, at least it gives me something to do if the chat's a bit quiet. I'll probably set these for about 3 minutes, not 5. Let me find a better one. Let me find one that's a bit more... Some of these are quite difficult. Right, it was Nicole Kidman. Right. Kenneth Branagh starred as which Belgian detective in Murder on the Orient Express? Come on, this is easy. First one gets her name up on the screen. It was not pass, no. Joking. Full name. Otherwise, don't count. Come on, I want the whole name. Who's going to get the whole name in first? Yes, sadly tactical. Peter Persian said, "I'm not accepting your answers there." Gutted tactical Z1 because he put it in first. That's for your Magnus Magnusson William G. Stewart comment. Joking. Right. It'll be over soon. Don't worry about that. This is a good one. This is a good one. I like this program. Which two comedians starred in the TV series Peep Show? So, who starred in the TV series Peep Show? Got about a minute left. It was not Jessica Fletcher, no. That is not the answer. Alex is right. David Mitchell and Robert Webb, exactly. All right, one more. See if we get one more in. What is the full name of the second Indiana Jones film? First, I don't know their names, but they're a right weird looking couple of cunts, exactly. Second Indiana Jones film. Come on, I want the whole title. Who's going to get in there? Yep, that was tactical. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Fuck's sake, burping constantly. Right. We're finished.
Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
I think that's a perfect clip. Because what are we going to do now? Got to go back to talking to each other. There you go. That's just one of the little things from the box of shitty delights for you. They go, oh, I fucking missed a treat there. I should have been doing this. For all the wrong answers. There you go. There's some of the treats I've got for you. That is a good. That aliens clip though. I think is perfect for ending a ending a quiz.
Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Oh yeah, sorry, Tactical. I did see you say that. Let's get rid of that. Let's really get off this timer thing quickly. Fucks. I'm gonna have to mute that. Yeah, that's muted anyway. Do you know what, Tactical? I never thought you'd start sending me them fucking things. I'll have to get that one though, because that's quite a good one. That is quite a good one. I like that. Oh, Darren was saying, pull on your boots. I don't know, what do you mean? The only thing that makes me is maybe Rumper Stomper. Oh, thank you. Let me see. Someone's just donated. Thank you, whoever that was. Let me check. Fuck's the thing. I can't remember where it is now. Because sometimes, oh, what the fuck? Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you. He said last night he was going to. Yeah, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. You know, have a drink on me next weekend. Love your channel. You seem like a good crowd. Thank you. Thank you. What the fuck? I appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you, mate. All right, here's your video for you, mate. Right, let me just. I'll tell you what. I'll drop down. Let me see if I'll drop down the. I've changed the subscriber mode to a little bit less, and people. There might be a few more people be able to comment then. Possibly Romper Stomper. Darren. Where am I? Mother said I'll be back in 30 minutes or something like that. You right, mate? Persia said, what do we do now? I say we call in a dropship, Mike. And yeah, and nuke the site for orbit. Exactly. Yeah, he knows. Anton, Mike, have you ever been to the moon? No, I haven't. What the fuck? See if you can comment now. Sorry if you can't comment. I appreciate that donation. That means a lot. But yeah, I've had to put on subscriber only mode tonight because of all those trolls that was on last night. It was very frustrating trying to have a enjoyable stream with all that shit going on. Because you may be trying to comment, but I can't see them. Yeah, them cunts always spoil it. Yeah, I might watch Rumper Stomper soon. I've got mine up there. Rumper Stomper and This Is England are up there. Yeah. She's saying that I've got Made in Britain somewhere. What the fuck isn't that up there? Is it Made in Britain? Maybe I haven't got that. I thought I did have that. Unless I had it downloaded. Yeah, I didn't matter anyway. Getting a bit quiet. No more quizzes though. Right. For anyone who doesn't know, I sell crossbow accessories. So I sell quivers that will go on any crossbows that have a weaver rail. So they'll go on redbacks, Tomcat 2s. Right, this is a crossbow. Google before you think it's something else. But there's one of the quivers on it there. And if anyone ever I've got a couple for sale at the minute. These are £12.50. It's £10 for the quiver, £2.50 postage, and you get the bolts and everything. Yeah, if you ever wanted one of them, let me know. I've also got for sale slings for the crossbows, and they're £5. And depending if you buy it on its own, I'd have to add £2.50 postage. But if you buy a quiver and a sling, I'd take the £2.50 postage off because you just pay one bit of postage. You know what I mean? And there's a couple of other accessories I'll show later if it gets a bit quiet again. You know what, Alex? I haven't seen the TV series of This Is England. Zed said that reminds me. I watched Moonfall the other day. It's okay. I don't know that one. I don't think. I have now got a way of getting films again. You know, I could get films and I couldn't. Well, I can again now. Harry said, I haven't seen many films. Normally fall asleep halfway through into them. Yeah, I would, if I could, I'd watch a film every single night. I would watch a film every night if I could, but I can't always do it. Breathe fire. You're right, mate. He said had 9 mice so far, my chap. That's good. That's excellent. Tat said, Persia, I'd be more afraid of a pissed off Mike than a nuke. Fuck's sake. Zed said it was decent enough, kept me entertained for a while. Yeah, what is that a film, Zed? Yorkshire Boy said, would a small air rifle scope be good for a redback to use mil dots for holdover? I'm not sure. I think if it's an air rifle scope, Yorkshire Boy, it should work, because the only reason I say that is I know people who have bought scopes and they don't work properly with air rifles or crossbow. But the scopes I've bought have always worked properly with all of my crossbows and all of my air rifles. So if it's a proper like air rifle scope, I think it should work fine with a crossbow. Yeah, they've always worked fine with me, and I've interchanged them. I've had scopes I've used on both air rifles and crossbows, and they've always worked for me. Then, as I say, I've known other people buy a scope, use it, and it breaks straight away. Yeah. Harry said most watched anime or YouTube stuff these days. Oh, that's what you mostly watch. Yeah, nice one. Moonfall. Let me Google that quickly. What kind of film is it, Zed? Sounds like a sci-fi, so could be anything though. It's got some quite famous people in it by the looks of it. No, that looks right, actually. Moonfall, a mysterious force knocks the moon from its orbit around Earth and sends it hurtling onto a collision course Of Life as We Know It. Is it like a disaster film? Because I'll be honest with you, I will watch those, but I find a lot of the sort of disaster films are all very samey, aren't they? Not because I don't know nothing about that film, so I don't know. Alex said, "Worth checking out, mate. Seriously good if you enjoy the film. Pretty dark though. Which one's that? Oh, what? This is England. Yeah, all right. Yeah, because isn't there a few series of it going through the eras, the ages, isn't it? Mr. X, right, folks. I've got to get about my day. Yeah, take care, Mr. X. It was nice having you on, mate. Yeah, because Mr. X, where he is, it's probably 9:15 in the morning. Take care, mate. Have a good day. Speak to you later. I've had scopes that shake out of 0 range due to the power of the spring in there. That's it, Persia. And I've never had the issue, but I think, do you know what I think it is? I think I've just always flukily bought air rifle scopes because I never, until Liam mentioned it to me years ago, I didn't really think that was even a thing. I thought scopes were scopes, but I think they are because firearms, they sort of recoil in a different way, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, so you have to have a sight that's suited to that. Yorkshire Boys, thank you. Thinking of a Hawk 2.7 or Eagle 2x8? Need to get around to ordering from you. Yeah. Well, if you want accessories, yeah, that's what I've got at the minute. I've got quivers at the minute, and I've got slings. And I don't know if people would be interested. And I've got a load of these fucking handles that I don't want. Someone might want them. A couple of quid. Persia said I've just bought some proper cheap shite, I think. But yeah, I've never really known. I'll be honest with you, Persia, I never used to buy expensive sites, so. Alex said that's it. 86, 88, 90. All right, yeah. Yorkshire Boy says spring or killer firearm scope, get a Hawk. Yeah, I think all of mine just happen to be proper air rifle scopes anyway, because I've never ever had an issue with any of mine. No brand. I was going to get one out, but funnily enough, the two I've got in there are no brand ones, I think. Yeah, but none of them have got anything on them. Dundam said, "Do you have any etched-in scopes or red dots? So if the battery dies, you can still use it." Well, what I tend to do is I've got a couple of I haven't, but because I was going to say, have I? No, I haven't. What I sometimes do is get a peep through sight, so the sight is raised up so you can see through it. But yeah, no, that can be an issue, can't it? But I've got there's a crossbow there with just the open sights. There's a crossbow there with red dot sights, red dot sight, open sights, red dot sight, open sights. So I have a bit of everything. Nick's nice, how you doing, Nick? You right, mate? You missed out. I'll show you. I'll treat you. I've made this box. It's the box of shitty delights, so that if the chat starts getting a bit slow, I can refer to this box to keep us entertained or give me ideas on what to do. That's how I feel better now. Just told a cold caller to fuck off and boil his head. For fuck's sake. But yeah, on looking at them, actually, yeah. So see with that with this one here, the R9, you could put a red dot on that, but if you took it off underneath, where the weaver rail is the sights, yeah. I suppose at a pinch, you might be able to do that with the ones. Because you could always just, if I was going to take a crossbow out in some kind of survival situation, you know what I would do? I wouldn't have a red dot on it anyway, but just say I had a red dot on it, I'd take this sight off, put it on the rail underneath, so that you could use the scope, and then if you needed to swap them over, just unscrew them, swap them over. So you could actually have the sights underneath just sat there. YouTube, that was not a gun. Nick said, "What kind of wonders are in the box?" Oh, you're gonna have to go back and look. Shall we play the game that we just played? Who wants to play the game again? But I'll set the timer to 3 minutes because Nick wants to see what's in the box, and it's not Gwyneth Paltrow's head. Oh no, spoiler alert! I won't say what that's from. That said, you're a bloody genius with that idea. A good idea, isn't it? You could put have the sight underneath, and you've got it on the gun. Then on the crossbow, not the fucking gun. Gundam said, "Would you make a magazine for the R9?" The only problem with the R9 is it's missing one little bit. So you'd have to do a bit of welding or something, or some of that weird shit George does. But there's no point because I've got the R9. The reason I bought the R9 is because I wanted a version that shoots full size bolts and doesn't have a magazine. Because right next to it, I've got the magazine one anyway. Nick said, "Christ, you've made a whole game. Have you been on the wacky back?" That's just one thing. No, this is just one little thing. No, it's a load of different things, Nick. So if the chat goes slow or boring, or not boring, but you know what I mean. You know when it goes a bit slow, or everyone's chatting to each other, or I'm getting in a bad mood, I can refer to the box of shitty delights to keep us occupied. But because Nick missed out, we'll do a 3 minute. We'll play 3 minutes of the game we played a minute ago. Are you lot ready? All right. I've put a 3 minute timer on. Right, Nick, this is what you missed earlier.
I want to play a game. Make your choice. Let the game begin.
Right, so the game is TV and film quiz. Right, 3 minute timer. Right. Which soap opera is set in Ramsey Street? Yorkshire Boy said, "Clever idea keeping the opens on the bottom rail." Yeah, I think that's for those. It's perfect for those bloody guns. Fucking say it again. For those crossbows, it's perfect. Right, neighbours. Right, Persia. Yeah, he gets a point. Persia gets a point there. Right. Which film contains the line, "I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse"? So, which film contains the line, "I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse"? I'm not saying it in the accent. Yeah, Persia wins again. In the TV show Red Dwarf, what is Red Dwarf? Yeah, that's a nice relevant one for me. Zed said, "If it puts a broom handle through its belt loop and says, 'Watch me make a spiral pattern,' I'll log off." I like horror, but that would be too much. Next, I'll be getting no points. I'm shite with film trivia. Yeah, Persia is right again. And it specifically says a mining spaceship. So I'll let you both have that. Which 1975 thriller is set on Amity Island? Don't worry, this won't go on forever. I've set a 3 minute timer. This is just one of many things, Nick. I'll show you my list without doing it so you can't see it. was that question? Which 1975 thriller is set on Amity Island? Not The Prisoner. Yeah, Zed's right, Jaws. Right, might get one more in. Which 1957 jury room drama film starred Henry Fonda? Now we'll read out who the film buffs are. 1957 jury room drama starring Henry Fonda. Yeah, Persio's right. Yeah, 12 Angry Men. Right, where's my fucking elastic band gone? Dropped it now. I won't bother with any more.
Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
There you go, Persio. Hope you're marking down all these points, Persio, because we might use these one day. So there you go, Nick. That's what you missed out earlier. I'll get you. What do you prefer, Nick? What are you a bit better at questions? I can get us a different category if you want. ST, you right, mate? But yeah, there's a few things in there. Just stuff that will help me if I'm getting a bit sort of, run out of things to talk about. Tactical said, "Partners at yours, Mike. Must be so entertaining." You piss off. Piss off. You know what my parties are like. Everybody wants to come to them. Looks like Tactical's not getting invited now. Nick said, I usually bang on some general knowledge stuff. Yeah, general knowledge is good. Bloody Monday, you right, Dan? How you doing, mate? He said, what have you been up to today? Not much, really. Doing stupid little clips for StreamYard that what's the film? About it, really. Yeah, fuck all today. One of them days. Yeah, Persia is the supreme winner right now, I think. I put a single piece of merch on. I designed a bit of merch. Well, I designed a bit of merch. I put a bit of merch on this T-shirt without the writing at the bottom. Yeah. No, I ain't done a lot today. I've done it again, didn't I? I could have kept doing this every time we got them wrong. And then when Persia got it right. Yeah, I'll get it right one day. But I don't know general knowledge, but I a major disappointment. That's fancied this last years ago. She invited me to a party. I left after they started playing charades, for fuck's sake. The only thing I'm interested in getting drunk. Zed said, Mike's idea of a great party game. Twist them with a spiral pattern. Last one. Yeah, last one not in the Spyroverse wins. Yeah, exactly. That's one of those kind of games everyone's a loser. Because the person who doesn't go down ends up with crinkle cut cock anyway. So yeah, that's the kind of game that nobody wins. Absolutely no one wins that. Yeah, I'm not too bad at general knowledge, and I'm also not too bad like film stuff. And I'll be honest, most of the questions I was reading, I know it's a bit sort of I can say I know the answers because I can see the answers. But most of those questions I was reading out was ones I knew the answer of because I was skipping some because I didn't know the answer, so I thought there's no point. Not like that, but you know what I mean? I'd rather do ones that I know the answer to see who else knows it. Hello, Psychic. He said, if you were under fire by small arms, what would you grab? My bulletproof vest. It'll be the first thing I'd grab. Persia, yeah. Or I don't know. Bulletproof vest, maybe a phone. Persia, let's face it, no one wants to play party games. The most fun at house parties is in the kitchen where the drugs are. Exactly. Taps had auditioned for 15 to 1 years ago, but failed. I came after the third blowjob. I did not expect that. I thought he was actually telling the truth for a second then. Bloody Monday said, "Are you drinking?" No, I'm not drinking tonight. I've got to go out for a fucking I've got to go out tomorrow early. Nick said, "The first thing you grab is your pants so you can put them down and kiss your ass goodbye." Yes, maybe. Irishman, you right, mate? You said tactical. You should have made a circle with your index. For fuck's sake. He's giving advice on blowjobs now. Mother said, "Will you stream from the Wednesday house?" No, I've got to go. I ain't got to go to bed early, but I've got to get up early tomorrow because it's tomorrow is 2 years to the day when my dad died. So we're going out. Yeah. So now I got to get up reasonably early to go for this walk. I'll film it though, and then I'm going to put it together with the late night walk I did with Ben. And then next Saturday, because I'm going out, I'll put it on as a premiere, so you can watch this daytime wood walk, nighttime walk to a cemetery and back as a live stream sort of thing for you. Got something to do if you want to watch that. Yeah. But no, I can't do a late night one tonight. But when I go out next Saturday, I'm going to probably come home reasonably early. When I say early, like 12 o'clock. So I might come on then. After that, sorry, I got distracted. Tactical said, "I've got a live lined up as well, mate. You fancy popping in for what tonight?" Yeah, I'll come and watch that because I won't be going to bed for a while, but I can't do one myself. If you're on tonight, Tactical, yeah, I'll come and watch that. Pleasure. So you have good weather for it, mate. Cheers, mate. Yeah, so do I. And I'll tell you what, when I went for that fucking walk with Ben, that was a good. They probably don't sound that much, but I ain't had a long walk for ages. That was a good 4 or 6 miles. 4 or 6 miles, and it was a lot of it's, well, half of it's uphill. My fucking Achilles tendons, back to my heels, is hurting now. Weirdly enough, they didn't hurt until a couple of days ago. Yeah, now they've started aching. So I'm going to be walking very slowly, but my mum has to be pushed in a wheelchair anyway, so it's not like I have to it's not like I have to go anywhere fast. Dad said there's a game we should make politicians play, truth or die. Fuck's sake. But yes, this is not a party game. I didn't say we was having a party. This isn't what I get out for parties. This is a distraction when you lot are being fucking quiet. So if I have to get this game out, it's you fuckers' faults. Not mine. It's your fault. So when that comes out, you're being boring. Not me. Where's my fucking video? Quick.
I'll have to take this abuse much longer.
That one just at you, Zed. That one at you at all. And it was more at Tactical, if anything. He was the one saying this would be a terrible party. Well, it's not a bloody party, is it? Where are we? Persia said that's a good way to kill a lot of politicians. Yeah, exactly. Matthias said, "Good morrow. My pesky tisky phone didn't send me a notification again." Fuck so. Yeah, nightmare. I've got you the sword out for you, then, Matthias. Yeah, you're right. Persia said, we are not entertained. Yeah, Persia, did you see I've done a 1080p? I've done a 1080p stroke grow, but you're not getting it till you ask for it.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Dan, you can have that as well. He said, so what you're saying is the box is for when you are not entertained. Yes, when I'm not. You're supposed to be entertaining me, not the other way around. Alex said, would you say the adder is the best repeating crossbow? I'm looking to get one. Don't know if there's anything better. It's the best repeating crossbow out there because it's the only repeating crossbow out there. Just, you know. There are other ones, but they're more like pistols. You know, I've got the two there. They're pistols. Not very powerful. The Mark 1 adder is, they're all right. They're not brilliant. Like, the bolts it shoots are way too light for it. You know, but for what it is, it's good enough for what it is. Do you know what I mean? It's a good thing, but you have to be careful shooting it. If you shoot the wrong bolts, you can fucking blind yourself, or you know, or something else. Dad said, I do know what you mean, Mike. The streamer's enough to give a crow a straight. There you go. You can have it now. You can have it because you asked for it.
Are you not entertained?
There you go, stroke crow. Persia, so I usually wait till after the stream to have a stroke. That's all, nice porn. I've been a bit depressed today, so it'd be nice to see something sharp and shiny to make me smile. Right, I'll get it out in a minute. Oh god, there you go. I'll get it out in a minute for you. Yes, Alex. The adder is good, but it has its faults. It's not perfect. But you know, there's no really other, apart from the other adder, like the new adder. There's no real full size crossbows that shoot. They have a magazine, you know, that you can buy from a shop. You know, it would be better if they to make that slightly better is for the EK Archery to actually produce better bolts for it, heavier bolts and bolts that would last longer. Because the problem is the bolts are £3 each. £3 each. So £3 for one bolt, about 30 quid for 10. And you can break them just like that, really, really, really easily. Yeah, fucking, you know, shoot anything. Well, even a soft target, they break. I was going to give it a bit of a clean for you, Metallic. It's going into the innuendos now. I'll get it out in a minute. I was going to give it a bit of a clean for you before I showed you it. Oh, for Christ's sake. I wonder if you'll be able to see this, actually. This sheath, let's see if this will focus. This sheath has also got, there's a patterning on the leather. Let me see if I can show you that. Oh, you can just see it. Can you just see it on it? And I mean, in between, there's like I put that on there, but it's a detail you can't really see. I forgot that was even on there. See, that is a stitched leather. I don't mind dirty. That's sake. Crack me up. Let me just turn this light down. It went up a bit. But that is one piece, this one. The leather collar at the top. Rivet it on. No, that is real, Persia. He's got two accounts. He messaged me in the end, so it actually really was him. Right, let me just, I'll show it properly in a second, Metallic. Persia said, arrows cost money, dead men cost nothing. Tactical said, laughing my ass off, been biting my lip for ages over those who matron calls. Yeah, you can't, as soon as it just comes out, doesn't it? There you go, yeah. They're still coming. I can't even stop now. Do you know what, Metallic? I'm not sure. If you watch the video where I make it, I would probably say, I can't remember now. Yeah, it had to be wet formed so that you could get the stitch line down the back. Yeah, no, that really is Persia. Because last time we wondered if it was him, and he messaged me saying it really is him. Yeah, and for him to message me, yeah. So there's the ring pommel, I suppose, and it's riveted on there. This isn't actually part of the tang, but I wanted it to have what the original looked like, and it did have that. But that's actually there's the tang. It is an actual full tang. That is white chopping board HDPE. I wish I could have got it ever so slightly cleaner, but it sort of gives it a bit more of a used sort of look, because none of my stuff's sort of ever pristine looking. Those are nails. The guard has got those sort of like their points. This pointy guard. But I'm only saying because it's from the side, you can't really see. Brass sort of bit there. It does look like bone, but yeah, because it's a bit dirty, it looks like yeah, being a little bit dirty makes it look a bit more like bone, don't it? Yeah, and then the nice sharp, nice pointy blade, and it is sharp. Yeah, it does cut. Obviously, the thinness of it is hard to. You don't really get bevels on it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I was really happy with that. I like the shape of the blade. Cuts for what I want to cut, which is plastic bottles. Cuts really good. Yeah, and I love the weight of these. They're so light. Like they're about the right weight for a little sword. They're just right. Yeah, I might do another one like this, because this is probably the most elaborate one I've ever done. I really like that. The handle's really fucking comfortable as well. Really comfortable. But on the real sword, the actual real sword, or the one from the game anyway in the books, it's twice the size of this. And each of those would be one hand. So that would be one hand, that would be one handed. Massive thing. It's probably got a fucking 5-foot blade, the original thing. So yeah, this is a little half-size copy of it. With what I've, with the stuff I've got. That hole wasn't supposed to be there, but the bit of metal had a hole in it. But with the bit of brass on the top, you can't see it anyway. So you'd only ever see it if you was being shown like that, which you never would. Yeah, really happy with that. And I'll tell you what, for being as elaborate as that one is, I think, apart from bending the guard, which at one point was a right bastard, this was one of those rare ones where it just went perfectly. Because sometimes you can have quite an easy build, nothing goes right. This one, apart from trying to bend that, but I was happy with the bend how it was anyway, it just went really well. Wouldn't mind doing a mirror finish on these blades, but at the minute I don't have the stuff to do it. But again, I think it's sort of that sort of brushed sort of look sort of suits the overall look anyway. I think overly, because the thing is, I think overly polished stuff, it starts to make it look like it came out of a factory or something to me, and then it loses its sort of charm. I've seen that of a lot of things. You get people are really, really, really good at making swords and that, but you lose all of the character, and then it starts looking like it's been knocked out in a factory on machines. And it sadly loses all of its character to me. Whereas things like this, it's got a lot of fucking character, I think. If I do say so myself. But it does, don't it? That's not just me saying it. It does. There's a lot of character to it. I hope I gave you a nice good look there, Metallic. If I ever see you in person, you can hold it. Might as well carry on with these innuendos for a bit while we're here. Yeah, it just, I'll tell you what as well, I really, really like that sheath as well. Because I've never done, I think this was the first time I ever did a wet formed sheath like that. And again, that came out really well. Yeah. That's another thing with that. Yeah, over polish, they start looking ornamental. You're right, they do. They lose something, don't they? And also, you don't really want to use them then because you're going to scratch it or yeah. Well, there you go. I'm glad you liked it. Promises. Oh god. Right, let's catch up a bit. Pete said you did a good one. Thank you, Pete. Yeah, that's my all-time. That and the Armin sword, my two favourites. And I probably sort of prefer this one in a way. I do love the Armin sword, but the Armin sword's more of a like you could go into battle with that if you trained with it. But yeah, something about this one, I don't know. Something about this. I think it's just because it's, I don't know. Something about this. But the thing, because you couldn't, this is a bit too light and small to get a battle with. The Armin sword, you actually really could. Gundam said, really cool, Mike. Pergio said, now I require to see the Australian short sword. What's that one? That's Jed said, if you let her hold it, you'd better hope you can run faster than she can, or it'll be gone. Yeah, exactly. Said, I have a knife someone made me. That was chopping board scales that looked like bone. Yeah, that's what that was. That was HDP chopping board. HDP chopping board. It's quite a nice stuff to use. Oh, that's not the Australian knife. Fuck so. Do you know what, Persia? You know what I'm like? The Australian knife. There's the Australian knife. Do you want me to get the Australian knife out? If you ask nicely, I'll show you that. I'll get that one out for you as well. Irishman said it's the ring pommel and the forward swept quillions that make it look cool. Yeah, that's because that's something I've that was something I hadn't done before. That's quite hard doing actually. It was I'll tell you one of the things that can be a pain in the ass with these weed slashers. Because they're so thin, making a slot in something that thin is quite fucking difficult. Yeah, it can actually be quite difficult to make a slot that thin. And sometimes you have to make the slot slightly bigger and then put sort of shims down the side. I might as well get this out while we're here. Not much. There isn't much size difference, to be honest, in the length. Shows how big this fucking thing is. Persia said, I won the last quid. Consider it my prize. Would you like to look at the sheath? What should we do? What we're going to tease you with the tip and then... No, I'm doing it on purpose now. The Yorkshire boy said, someone I know is looking to buy custom samurai for hundreds. Do you sell custom swords? If so, what kind of prices? No, do you know what? I don't make them to sell. I might sell some knives and stuff when I get round to it, but no, I wouldn't do the swords. I couldn't do a samurai sword or like a katana. All right, so here's the Australian knife. But I'll tell you what, you probably could call this a short sword, and I'll tell you why. What makes a short sword or what makes a sword and a knife is how they're built. And the guard. Now that is not the guard you would normally see on a knife. That's more of a guard you'd see on a fucking sword. So you probably could actually say this was a short sword. Fucking big enough. Yeah, the only thing I forgot to do, I meant to put a fucking fuller on it and I forgot. But I'm going to do another one now. I will do a I'll put that in the sheath actually while I do that. This is a little bit heavy. Not the kind of thing you want to drop on your fucking self. Yeah, so there's the plywood handle. And the rivets came out really well for this. They're just nails and washers. But I'll tell you one thing with that. I never used to be able to do nail rivets, ever. Every time I ever tried to do nail rivets, they would fuck up. And they still do occasionally bend. But I've learned from experience now, if you ever want to do nail rivets, you want nails that are reasonably thick. Getting on for like 4 or 5 mil thick nails. Yeah, probably 5 mil thick nails. And they're so much easier to make into a rivet then. If you start doing it with thin nails, they start bending, bending in the hole. So yeah, there you go. I'll pose you. Yeah, I think you could call that a short sword because it is built more like a sword than a knife. Sheath on that's nice as well. I was proud of that sheath. If I could have found a circular fucking ring for that, I would have. Our circular ring's a ring, innit? You know what I mean? If I could have found a ring for that, I would have had a round one. Zed said, I had a vision at a family party. A fire or a fight breaks out. Mark breaks his leg and is trapped. Mike goes back to save him. Fuck, I forgot my witch's sword. Sorry, man. Fuck's sake. Oh, God. In fact, said a fuller would balance that out. It would. Yeah, I meant to put a bloody fuller on it. I think what happened was, because I didn't even, I hardly even filmed any of the making of the sheath as well. I think I'd been so frustrated that I couldn't get out for ages because of just having to do stuff all the time that when the day came, I just did it. You know what I mean? And I forgot to do the bloody fuller. There was something else I forgot to do on it as well, I think. I'm sure there's something else I forgot to do. But yeah, it meant to have a fuller on it. But I'm going to do another one that will have a fuller on it, and it's going to have D-guard on it as well. That's a shame. The Viking type sword you've been showing is nice. Yeah, I because these are quite small, and you could sell them, and people have said they want to buy them, but I wouldn't be able to make a full size. I wouldn't be able to make a full size katana. I don't have the capabilities for it. Tactful, yeah. Don't drop that on your foot. Yeah, then you'll only be able to count to 9. If I drop that on my foot, I'll probably be counting to fucking 5. I bet. For fuck's sake. What is that tactical? And you said that's a Uzi Zaki. What's an Uzi Zaki, you fucker? Tell he's on the booze tonight. Joking. Come on, what's an Uzi Zaki? What have I said? Dojo said, yeah, drop that on your foot and you would be real pirate with a wooden fucking leg. Exactly, that's what I was thinking. That way. Zed said, Mike, by the way, that is a knife. In Germany, anything with a single edge is a messer. Ah, right. Yeah, because I was looking into it. I suppose it's different countries, different terminologies, isn't it? But yeah, that would be a gross messer because it's a big... yeah, maybe that's one of the things I missed out. Yeah, being single-sided edge, single edge blade. Irishman said that might also look good in a sheath. What's that, Irishman? Was that the innuendos again? Sam, how you doing, mate? Oh, Aussie Zaki said, oh, wacky Zaki. Now I get you. I get you now. Yeah, Penny said making a naginata would be. That's the great big massive fucking things in it. Is that? Yeah, it is. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah, pole. It's basically a sword on a fucking pole, isn't it? Metallic said also it could make a gross messer out of someone. Yes, yes, nice one. Oh god. Oh, I get you now, Irishman. Fuck's sake. Yeah. Jed said, I had a discussion with a German fella about it. Interesting conversation, to be honest. We both learned something. Richard said, I just call them washing pole swords, the giant katanas. Yeah, they're mad, aren't they? It's basically a great big pole with a fucking katana on the end. Yeah. Yeah, like a curved tip spear. Exactly, yes. Exactly. Anybody in the line for wanting to buy that's a terrible start of a sentence. Anybody wanting to buy a torch? I've got a torch for sale. Brand new. Never been opened. I'll show you it just in case. Someone might want it. As far as I'm aware, this torch retails for 120 quid. I would sell it for 50 with £5 postage. It is a PT28 Oathkeeper. I think you can get it cheaper, but the standard price where you buy it most places is 120 quid. So yeah, I'd sell it for 50, basically 55. So this is the torch, the flashlight. It's got, I think this is the one that does the I've probably got the little tabs on, but I can't remember if this is one of them has got an instant strobe. This has a magnetic charger. All of the functions you'd want in a flashlight. It's got a charger, a lanyard, it's got the 18650 battery with it, 1,600 lumens. Well, you can look it up yourselves. They are. You want a PT28 for 55 quid? Let me know. Yeah. Case, got a case with it. Yeah, thank you, Peach. He said, I got a flashlight from Mike before, and that's worth it. Well, you know me, Peach. I always do them cheap. It's, you know, it's about half price for you and, you know, a bit of money for me. Yeah. Yeah, it's worth 120, definitely. I looked it up. 55 quid. Let me know. But it's got all of the, you know, multiple functions and all that shit. Turbo, high, middle, low, strobe, SOS. Yeah, all of that shit. All of the shit they normally do. Irishman said they had similar weapons in Europe. Pole with a sword on the end. That's sad. It's what samurai wives and daughters were trained to use. What the washing pole sword, flat sake. Tell him off, Metallic. He's getting sexist now. Or sexy. I can't remember which one it was. He's getting sexist or sexy. I can't remember. Tactical said it's well worth it, Peach. Most buggers will sell it for 100 quid. There you go. Buy it off me for 55 quid. Sell it online for 75. Make yourself 25 quid out of it. It's all right by me. I've also got that fucking 200 quid fucking O-light thing that's about that long. Remember that one? I haven't got that one out, but I've stashed that. But I'll probably sell that one day. I've tried to sell it before, but you have to get to buy a fucking torch for 100 quid. You have to want that torch sort of thing. You have to already want it. If that makes sense. Now people would buy that torch in a second for 100 quid, but they would have to be wanting it in the first place. Because it's about that long. He's up again. One of them nights tonight. Oh, that's even what. Yeah, that Zed. Yes, the naginata and the washing pole I thought you were saying because of the washing pole bit. No, you was on about the nagging bit, weren't you? Richard said to Zed, I think samurai wives and daughters are also trained to use a sweeping pole. Don't start. Don't start. That's that. There's only one woman on it, and she could probably defend herself perfectly well, but you know, it's a bit one-sided. So
Stop it, please. For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time. You've got to... Please, stop it. Stop it now. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
I know what I can do. I'll take away every single person's mod and just give one a metallic. Oh, God. There you go. We'll try that metallic. I'll take everyone's mod chip away and you can be the only one. Mother said, oh, go. Gonna move. And by the way, I plan to buy a Fenris very soon. Nice one, mate. Nice one. Good night, mate. Good night, Mother. Metallic said, maybe that's why they don't end up in the Spider-Verse. Like, because they're using Naginatas. That's what Samurai Bird said he was going to use to stop himself getting sucked in. Right, I've got to show that comment because I love it when she writes that. No, mummy. Oh God, the mother dearest one always gets me. Taps go fuck no. I'd be barred in 20 seconds flat. Yeah, I'll take everyone's mods away. Just let Metallic have them. If that's the way we're going down tonight. Fucking hell. He went round the wrong way then. Bollocks. So when you start in a live stream, tactical back 12 or something. That's actually as a samurai when ability, they're probably better than the whacking polar for use on the servants. We're probably better with the whacking polar for use on the servants. Butchered that one, did. Dan said, would you rather be a lion or a T-Rex or an RX or a T-Rex? I'd rather be a lion. I don't fancy having to do things with little arms like that. Yeah, I come on tacticals. I ain't going to be going to bed early, but I can't really go in the Wendy house or any shit like that because it's a lot of bother and, you know, but sitting on here, which I'll be doing anyway, yeah. I shall come and abuse you for a couple of hours. All right, see you in a bit, Peach. Oh, Peach, when you get back, tell me about the knife scales you was talking about. I'll tell you what else I've got for sale actually is right now I've still got 2 of those. So 2 of the patches, they're £4 each. And I've also got 2 of the key rings, a black one and a red one. And they're £2.50. So the key rings are £2.50 each. And the badges are £4. That includes the postage. I know what's one of them. And I've got 2 of them at the minute. And a black and red one of these. Give that a little bit of a wipe. I think that's the wax has sort of come out on that one. Quite rare for that to focus reasonably quickly. It must have been nice steady-handed for once. Zed said, lion or T-Rex? Lion. T-Rex are extinct. They're to not be extinct. Tactical said, there you go again with the innuendos. No abusing me. Perjo said, actually, most modern paleontologists believe the T-Rex didn't have tiny arms, but little wings. Love, can a chicken? Oh, like a chicken or an ostrich. I get you. I'd still rather something that didn't have like, yeah. Oh, I'd have a T-Rex with wings if it could fly, but if it can't, no thanks. Attached to Tactical, still has many passes. He found me a Tactical still has many passes. He's found me a tablet. Even managed to find one closer to the size I wanted, despite doing his best to convince me 8 inches and 14 inches is really 10 inches. Oh, fuck's sake. Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Men, even though they have rulers and stuff, as soon as it comes to certain lengths, they can't decide, can they? Right, well, while we've got 27 people, I'm going to play my coffee ad quickly. So if anyone ever wants to support this channel, you can. It really helps out. It's been completely demonetized. I don't get nothing from YouTube, and this is basically my job. You don't have to donate, doesn't matter, but if you want to, you can. It's really easy. Just go to coffee.com. The link is in the description and in the chat. This little 30-second video will show you how to do it, right? So don't go anywhere. There you go. Nightbot has put the link on if you want to do it. Attack said, and he had the cheek to take the piss out of me. So I have a tape measure in my handbag at all times. There you go. That's it. Yeah, I've always got a fucking ruler here. Even that brings up suspicious fucking comments. It's just, fucking ruler's a ruler, isn't it? It's just dirty minds, that is. Persia and my fucking feet are massive. Yorkshire Bullshit, I thought T-Rex was the 70s band that went extinct in a car crash. Yes, there you go. So you just don't be a T-Rex, whatever, because it's probably bad news, isn't it? Persia said, I don't know the length, but I've never pissed on my toes. I missed that. And he said, my feet are fucking massive. What's everyone got planned for tomorrow? Got anything planned for tomorrow? I'll be going out for this walk that I said about with the family. I'll probably film it, and then I'll combine that with the walk I did with Ben and put that on Saturday night. The walk with Ben is an hour long, but it's quite entertaining. I think you should enjoy it. It'd be something you can watch and have a chat with it. Have a chat with each other. Gone a bit quiet. I'm gonna have to get the box out. Yeah, the box of Shitty Delights. Film recommendation for you. Right. Who has seen this? If you haven't, you're missing a fucking treat, mate. You're missing an absolute treat. You have the right to remain silent forever. Yeah, and he's also got, you can't see it there. Let me see if there's a picture of it anyway. He has a truncheon that has a knife in it. It also stars Bruce fucking Campbell. So there's a reason to watch it. Yeah, if you've never seen Maniac Cop, excellent film. Stars Bruce Campbell and Tom Atkins is in it. Yeah, well worth watching. As a cameo from Sam Raimi in as well. But that's a family stuff for me. Might try to get them to come on a walk. Yeah, we're going to go on a walk tomorrow because tomorrow is the 2 years to the day when my dad died. So we're going to go to some woods where he used to take. He probably took me and Mark, but took my younger brothers and sister there quite often because there's quite an age difference between me, Mark, and then the younger siblings. So when he was taking them, we was probably out getting drunk. But we're going to go there and, yeah. But says Bruce Campbell is Maniac Cop. No, he's not. Bruce Campbell is not Maniac Cop. Don't say that. Well, maybe he is. I don't know. No spoilers from me or Fuzzy. But yeah, check that out. Fucking excellent film. A maniacal murderer has taken to the streets sporting the uniform of New York's finest. Detective McRae suspects a member of the force. A suspicion seemingly confirmed when the wife of Jack Forrest, Bruce Campbell, is found slayed. In her possession is a diary implicating her husband. Forrest fights to clear his name, but Commissioner Pike is under increasing pressure to bring the psychopathic deviant to justice. It's a really good film, actually. Metallic said, oh, that's lovely. Nice to mark these occasions. Yeah, thank you, Metallic. I appreciate that. Yeah, we did it last year. It'll probably be a thing we always do now. Yeah, we did it the first year. We're going to do it this year. Yeah. Yeah, it should be good. Although my tendons in my ankles are fucking hurting from the walk I did with Ben. But my mum has to be pushed in a wheelchair anyway, so I can just go at her pace. So oh well. Irish, mine's not 12 inches, but it certainly smells like a oh god. I love some of the jokes you lot come out of. Or own to a degree though. I don't want to start you lot off with just sodding jokes. I was going to put a joke book. I was going to put a joke book in the box of shitty delights as well. But I realised I'd put all my little joke book magazine things in the bug out bags I made, so that the people who, if they had to take a bug out bag, they'd have something to entertain themselves with. Tactical said, going to the beach for a change tomorrow. May even go for a paddle. Nice one, nice one. Scrapyard Mark, how you doing, mate? You right? So yeah, if you're wondering what the box of delights is, it's when the chat goes a little bit quiet, I can use that box to find something to do. But Tyler said maybe your shoes are too flat or strained. I'll tell you what, it's pretty much got to be strained a tendon, I reckon, because that walk I went with Ben, that's the longest walk I've done for years. It wasn't that long, but it was, it was a fair bit. It was. When I looked it up on maps, it was around about 4 to 6 miles we went, and half of it is walking down. One way you walk down a hill, one way it's all back uphill. I suspect it's that. And it's only just started doing it now, so that took about 4 days for them to start hurting. Yeah. Said laughed me off. I'm like, I thought you were going to say you could turf her out the wheelchair. No, I ain't that bad. No, luckily there's quite a few people who will be coming who walk at a snail's pace, so I can just walk with them. Yeah, no, I reckon I've strained them while I was out with this long fucking walk. Yeah. You know what I did Saturday? It's got to be from them. Scrapyard Mark said, I had a score yesterday. I went metal detecting down the beach and I found a 2-foot machete. Yeah, nice one. What you ought to do with them, Mark, is you could do a YouTube channel finding that stuff and refurbishing it, if it's possible. Yeah, the trainers I wear should be all right because I've been wearing them for ages. So, yeah, it was that walk down to that fucking cemetery. I'll have to go down there one day. I'll film it again one day. What I'll do when it's full on summer, the peak of summer, when it gets light at say like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll do the same walk with Ben, but we won't go all the way to the cemetery. There's no point. But we'll walk down to the bottom of the fields and back again, and I can show you on the way back how big the hill is. You know, because I tried to show people how steep the hill is. It's not that steep, but it's interesting to show how high it is. Because again, it ain't that high, but still, I could just give you a representation of how high it is. But obviously, in the video, when I was trying to show you in the dark, you can't see fucking nothing. So there's me, keep going. Oh yeah, look, you can see how steep it is. Blah blah blah. You can't see nothing. It's just pitch black. You're not being quiet on purpose tonight, so I have to keep getting out the box of fucking shitty delights out. I'll start doing a Q&A for you in a minute, or you have to answer questions. Yeah, watch Maniac Cop. Very good film. Yeah, it's a nice slow walk I'll be doing tomorrow. Dad said the only thing I ever found on the beach were some bikini bottoms with some suspicious stain on them. They smelled okay though. Oh, fuck's sake. You're not a nutter, isn't you?
Lucky bastard.
Or at the same time, you could have.
What, are you retarded?
Dan said, I'm trying to think of something philosophical, but I'm not that smart. Tactical said, I did that the other night, Mike. I had a head torch on and it lit up like a Christmas tree and the camera didn't pick up anything. Nah, it's a nightmare, ain't it? Yeah. I even in the footage, in the footage, when I edited it, I even put the brightness up to 100. You still can't see fuck all. It's pointless. Typical, ain't it, Tactical? Yeah, this video will be on next Saturday. Gundam said, Mike, how many Maniac Cops did they make? I think they made 3. 3 of them. Yeah, there's definitely Maniac Cop 3. Let me see if there's a Maniac Cop 4. But I don't think there is. I think there's Maniac Cop 3. There's definitely 3. Let's see. No, there's not a Maniac Cop 4. Yeah. Yeah, there's Maniac Cop 1, 2, and 3. Tactical said, that's why I did it. That's why I did that stupid cliff video. I need to watch. I've watched that. I still ain't commented on it. Samurai Bird was just on. How you doing, mate? You right? Persia said, I found a Swiss Army knife and a lockback on the beach when I was about 8. I had confiscated them both and I got them. And I never got them back. Nightmare. Yeah, typical, isn't it? Typical. So Samurai Bird was on. No, he disappeared for a second. I didn't see what he wrote. Maybe he was fixing it. You're right, mate. How you doing? Nice to see you on. I was said to Tactical Park, yeah, but I gave it. It gave me a chance to do my shadows jokes in the comments. Sandbar said, what's up, everyone? Let's talk about dinosaurs reassembling chickens. Don't. And then it got to the fucking chicken and the egg. How you doing, mate? You're all right. It's nice to see you on. I'm glad the Spyverse didn't get you. Was you on a minute ago when he was going on about bloody dinosaurs? I can't put the lid back on the fucking thing. Oh, God. I'm quite tired tonight. So how are you, Samurai? You're getting a lot better now. Yeah, it's nice to see you online. Singh said, Mike, you should get an electric scooter to do those long 6-mile trips. Good laugh when you're pissed. I don't know. Fuck that. I don't know fucking you'd be able to get back up there. Tactical said to Irishman, I did do a better video, but it got copyrighted instantly. So I did that one. Fuck's sake. Dad said, don't know about looking like chickens, but the velociraptors We're about the size of turkeys, mind you. I wouldn't want one for Christmas. Samurai Bird said, slowly better. Thanks, everyone. Berger said, tell you what, Rhonda doesn't like it when you go. She got rid of that. Stop writing things when deleting them. And I'm halfway through reading them. Joking. I may have to take a piss in a minute. Just waiting for Persia to put his comment back on now. What's everyone doing tonight anyway? What you at tonight? You know, I know you're watching this, obviously, but are you drinking? Are you sat at home? Are you, you know? I know you're obviously watching this, but I do ask some stupid questions sometimes, don't I? He's making a fool of himself later. Persia said, oh, E. Honda doesn't like it when you go on his stream and ask what his favourite dinosaur is. Why is that? Or is it because he doesn't believe in dinosaurs? Is he like he who should not be named, who I've got a clip of saying he doesn't believe in evolution? Didn't know that, did you? That's strange, isn't it, Persia? I did not know. Why is that then? That's a good one to remember. Leonard said, I think my girlfriend hates my guts. Today she kicked me nuts. What else is in the box? Well, I've got some stuff that I'm selling. I've got a knife, if you want to see the knife. But most of it is a couple of things to show, a little quiz we can play. And there's some stuff on a list that I'm not going to let you see. But it's just to remind me, because I have a habit of sitting here, and I also get I'm a bit strange sometimes. When it starts getting quiet, I have this thing of just sitting there thinking, all right, if we're being quiet, I'll be quiet, being sort of spiteful. And it's not really the right thing to do. I should be filling in the quiet bits. So I've now got a little list of stuff to do here. If it gets a bit quiet, I've got stuff we can do. So this is the knife that I would normally take down the woods, and I've modded it a little bit. It's not anything special, but it's a nice little sort of bushcrafty type size knife. Can't remember the name of it. It's a Seamer something. It didn't have this Kydex insert, but without the Kydex insert, the knife just rattles about and would probably fall out. So I made a Kydex insert for it. I'll show you the sheath quickly. So the sheath is one of those. It's got sort of multiple ways to hold it. In there is a lighter. Although probably don't need a lighter with this. It's just I have a habit of putting a lighter in there. Because the reason this doesn't need a lighter, you see that there? That's a ferro rod. And they've even took a bit off the edge there. So it's a nice 90-degree bevel to do it. But it's a nice sort of, what do you call it? Mora sort of size little bushcraft type knife. Yeah, it's a Seamer T601. But yeah, that is a ferro rod in the handle there. Right, where am I? I'll show you that properly in a minute. Samuel said, yeah, I believe dinosaurs had feathers. Makes sense to me according to the way dinosaurs walk like chicks. Yeah, I think I can agree with that, Samuel, that they I imagine they probably had feathers. And they do. The scientists now think they probably more likely did have feathers, didn't they? I said, what dinosaur can you not hear having a piss? Pterodactyl, because the P is silent. Nice. There's a don't know how dinosaurs walked, but Thunderbird puppets walked like they'd shat themselves. Persia said, I think his favorite dinosaur was Barney, and that's why he doesn't like talking about it. I remember that. So he likes to come on here winding people up. So get him back doing that. In fact, Persia, I recommend you do that every single time you go on there, as much as possible. If anyone deserved being annoyed, it's him coming on here winding my viewers up like he used to. Yeah, I've got a review on it. It's quite a nice shape, really, isn't it? A lot of my knives I got sent for nothing, and I got them on a website called GearBest. I wouldn't recommend buying from GearBest now, though. But you might be able to find this other places. But it's quite a nice sort of non-threatening, but sort of camping knife. You know what I mean? I reckon it doesn't look big and scary, does it? But it's still got a big enough blade that do the job. Yeah. But I put that bit of I would show you the ferro rod, but to get the fucking ferro rod, I have to take undo all them knots. It's just a little ferro rod about that long. Yeah, I made the Kydex insert because it was way too loose in the fucking sheath. That is one downside to the sheath. You know, literally be, you know. So I made this insert to go in it, and it locks it in. Yeah, quite a nice handle, isn't it, Peach? Yeah, that locks it in then. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, so that's what the box is, metallic. If I notice the chats, if I'm sat here not doing anything, I can revert to the box. It's got, so there's things like, it says show a knife or a weapon. I can do you a film, TV, game recommendation. I've got some questions for viewers, which I'll pin here, and we can do like a 5-minute where you lot answer the question I have. There's a reminder to play an ad or the coffee video or the merch. 10-minute Q&A where you lot ask me questions for 10 minutes. Show some of the stuff I'm selling. A chat quiz. I think you missed the chat quiz, didn't you? Stuff I've got for sale. Talk about some of my other websites, you know, other sites I have, stuff like that, just so we can fill in the gaps. Watch or review old videos, which we could do. Zed said I like the handle on that one, and then he has to abuse me afterwards. Ah, Zed, what is the matter with you today?
I don't have to take this abuse much longer.
Dude, how's your finger wart? It's all right. It's still, I haven't knocked it recently, and it's not a wart. So piss off. It's not a wart. But no, and I've had a blood test recently that was to just check anything, so there ain't nothing seriously wrong with me. Otherwise, I would have picked it up. But you know, Irishman said I have a seamer. It's probably my favourite knife. Yeah, that's a good little knife. That, well, that's what I normally chuck in my if I'm going down the woods, which ain't very often. That's what I take with me. No, I haven't. I have to make sure I don't knock on things. Though. If I knock on something with that, fucking kit makes it hurt. But it's definitely not a wart though. Well, I appreciate it, Zed. Now, if it was a wart, I would say it was a wart. It's not a wart. It's definitely not a wart. Because when my finger's straight, there's no lump there. I mean, you'd still feel it. It's definitely underneath. So that wasn't abuse. I was just concerned about you have. No, it's all right. It doesn't hurt. It's not getting bigger. But I'll be honest with you, I might have had it for ages and not noticed because I don't, you know, I'm not knocking on things very often. But it just so happened I was downstairs and for some reason I decided to tap on the cupboard. And then when I did, I noticed my fucking finger was killing me. And then I noticed that lump. Shut up with your fucking wart bollocks. That's sake. This is what you started, Zed. See? That's not a wart, this is a wart. Fuck's sake. Bojo said to Metallic, "Get your mind out of the gutter." Nice and grippy. Oh, I've got really dry mouth tonight. Bollocks what? Metallic said, "Might be worth getting it looked at. If it's hurting when it's knocked, it could be on its way to messing with the mechanics of your finger. If it's a ganglion." Yeah, I at the minute it's fine. I've got no issues with it at all at the minute. But yeah, I think if it hurts again, I will. Yeah, it's because I just randomly, I don't know, I tap on things occasionally, and I tapped on the phone cupboard and I noticed. But I might have had it for ages for all I know. I always said my Seamer is a different model. It has a nice stone-coloured handle. Also feels like stone. Oh, I'll have a look at that Irishman, actually. You know what? In all honesty, Zed, that is what I think it is. I think it's a bone spur. That is actually what I think it is. Yeah. Because you can actually get bone spurs from having gout as well. And I have had gout. But I've never had any inflammation in that joint. But that is actually what I think it's a bone spur. Because it feels like the bone. Yeah. But it could be a ganglion as well. But do they hurt? Because I'm not sure anyway. But yeah, I'll get. If it keeps playing up, I'll look into that. I'm just gonna have a look at Irishman's knife. Oh, hang on, I'm just gonna find his thing a minute. There he is. Yeah, it could be multiple things. It could be some, but it's yeah. Oh, you know what, Irishman, I had that same knife. The one at the bottom of the picture. Is it that one or is it not? Persia, I think it's a metal splinter, mate. You never wear gloves when you're in the shed. Tactical said the same thing. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah, who knows? But there's no real issue with it at the minute, as long as I don't knock it. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't just hurt anyway. You know what I mean? So there's no real issue unless I knock it on anything. But I appreciate the concern. Thank you. Right. I'll read out the last ones and then I'm going to play a video. So Metallic said, I had a thorn in my knuckle for a few years. Can you shine a light through it? As you can see, this. Yeah, no, we tried that actually, saying that Metallic. We did try that and I couldn't see anything. No, it looks, I'm doing it right now. No, I can't see anything in there. It doesn't look like there's anything in there. It could just be a bone spur thing from I've had gout and it does a similar thing. Right, so last ones. Where was it? Zed said tactical. How dare you? In my shed, there are only British objects. What did he say? Oh, foreign objects. Right. No, I appreciate all of the advice. I do, but let's move on now. Let's move on now. But no, I do appreciate it. But yeah. All right. I'll leave it for a bit. But no, I've had a blood test, so there's definitely nothing seriously wrong with me. I had a blood test for something else, but they just checked. Said we'll do a blood test and check everything. You know what I mean? So I ain't got to worry about anything. That'll do. Let's do one of my little questions for you lot, shall we? Let's see if you can handle this. All right, hang on. Let's see if you lot play along with this. Right. That's a good one. Not all of them are proper sort of questions as well. Here you go, you sods. Q&A time for you lot. When it pops up, I'll put it on here. I've got to wait for it to pop up for me. Right. WeaponCollector said, if you could have any gun or knife or weapon, what would it be? Just one. Just one. And I'll set a little timer for this, and we'll do this for a couple of minutes. So, actually, I should have played this first. So, hang on.
I want to play a game. Make your choice. Let the game begin.
Right, timer. So, we don't have to do this all night. Irishman said, yes, it is the bottom one. Yeah, I had that one, Irishman. I had that knife. Yeah, I actually had that knife. Dan said he'd have an L85A1. That's the that's like the SA80 type thing, isn't it? But not. But yeah, the L85A2, whatever. Yeah. But what a layman would say an SA80. Yorkshire boy said a ganglion shouldn't hurt to knock. Fluid, they have them a long time. Yeah, because you can hit it with a book, can't you, and get rid of it. Tactical said a scar hates. Metallic said my Witcher sword. Nice. Dan said not the A1, no way. Yorkshire said if you have a knife or a gun from a movie, ganglions in New York, don't you start. Fucking hell. You nutters. Stop. No more about my finger. We're doing a fucking not Q&A. Yes, we're doing a question time for you lot. Right, you can do a knife, you can do a bladed thing and a gun if it keeps you quiet about my fucking finger. The zombie Slayer Wave, how you doing, mate? You right? He said it'd be the world's brightest million lumen, that's 100,000 in it, lumen torch. They can hit you in the eyes and burn out your sockets, fuck's sake. Zed said the sawn-off shotgun I saw in Kenny Castle. It had half a cutlass blade under the belt. That's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool. Yeah. The Kentucky long rifle and a crossbow. All right, nice. That kept you quiet for a bit. It's like being a fucking teacher and keeping fucking pupils fucking quiet, isn't it? Joking. It's nothing like that at all. Absolutely nothing like that. Tactical said blade would have to be the Cloud Sword. Oh, what from I can't remember what it's called now. Highlander. Stu said, I was going through channels I'm subscribed to. Do you still have any contact with Sarah Wellen? She had a good channel. Nice one bringing her up, actually, Stu. That's interesting. I added her on my personal Facebook account, so I still see her every now and then. But as far as I'm aware, she doesn't upload anything now. Because I think when she was on YouTube, she had a good channel, actually, didn't she? Very entertaining. I liked having a chat with her. She probably would have enjoyed these live streams, but I don't think she ever really got on for them. Right, get rid of that now.
Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
I love that clip. So yeah, Stu. So I think when she first started her channel, she'd recently split up from her boyfriend and was single. But she used to do a lot of the bushcraft type stuff, and I don't know if she went to any of the bushcraft meets or not. I don't know. If she did, she might not have gone to the big ones. I don't know anyway. But I know she's now got a new bloke, and I think she, as far as I'm aware, she don't really do it anymore. No, don't do any of the. As far as I'm aware, she doesn't do any of it. Tell you what, Stu, I'll go and have a look on her Facebook right now. Yeah, I added her on my personal Facebook. Yeah, I like Sarah. She was a good bird. She was, but Let's see what she's been up to. Right. Yeah, she started a new relationship in just before, so she's been going out with her new bloke for about 4 months. But no, she don't really post anything sort of what she used to do. There's nothing on her channel now. It seems to be sort of bushcraft, sort of camping related now. Yeah, I don't know. Dad says they've got a new bloke and don't do any of it anymore. Poor bloke must be blind. Do you remember Sarah Wellen? I liked her. She was good, but yeah, yeah. Oh well. Dad says, "Am I bad?" Deaf and dinner. Stu said, "Yeah, fair enough." Oh, Samurai Bird said piranha gun. Yeah, I don't think she does anything now to do with what she used to do. She had quite a good channel, didn't she? I used to enjoy her videos. It's funny, you see quite a lot of people come and go through the years. You know, because I've been on here fucking ages. I was unaware that when I started, because when I first came onto YouTube, because I had a channel before this. When I first came onto YouTube, I thought YouTube had been on for years and years and years. When I started my YouTube account, I think it was only 2 years old, I think. And I didn't realise that. I thought it'd been on for ages. May have been on a little bit longer than that. But so I had this other channel that would be, I think this channel itself is, how old's this channel? Can someone do me a favour? Go and look on my about section of my channel and see when it says, or I'll just do it actually, it might be easier. When it said I started my channel. 2007, I think. But I've probably been on YouTube since 2005, in all honesty. Uh, 2008. So I've probably been on here since 2006. Or maybe 2007. Because I had my other channel for at least a year. But I have been on here for ages. So what's that then? That's 14 years old, this fucking channel is. Sad. So she's doing a different kind of bushcraft, yes. Oh, God. The weird thing is, the picture of the bloke she's with now looks like he does sort of hiking stuff, but I don't know. Maybe she just don't put it on YouTube anymore. It might have been a thing because she was bored or something, because she'd split up with her boyfriend. Maybe it was to fill the gap of not, not being in a relationship anymore. I don't know. Yeah. Pete said, used to watch Cutlery Lover. I did. I used to watch Cutlery Lover quite a bit. Used to interact with him a bit. But the problem was, for me, I found his videos got too the same. Like, there was no variation in it. It was always just, like, occasionally he does a story, but most of it was just that tabletop view and the same shit every time. And I got bored of that, so I unsubscribed to him in the end. Mechanics had got kicked off again. If it happens, I'll give up for the night. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's do, before we go off, shall we do a reaction video to one of my old videos? This is one of the things in here. Although it won't be a reaction video because I don't really do that kind of stuff. But let's go and watch one of my old videos and see what we think of it. Right, let me do videos by age. No, I did most popular accidentally. So oldest. Try and find one with me in it. Let's do. I got a good one. Let's do my Barnet Commando versus 3mm aluminium, and you can see the quality of video that was deemed perfectly acceptable 13 years ago. Because this amazes me. Yeah, it amazes me. This does. Right, hang on. Yeah, that should do it. Right. Share screen, Chrome tab. That one. Share. Right, hang on. So yeah, testing my Barnet £150 draw commander. Right, let's see the quality of the video that was perfectly acceptable in 2008. Oh shit, hang on, let me turn this down. Forgot there was music on it. That doesn't look that bad. No, that's terrible. Look how blurry it is. Fucking hell. The shit that was perfectly acceptable in them days. That was my Barnet Commando format broke it. Quality of that. I hope this ain't copyright music. Let me check. No, it's YouTube music. Good, that's all right, I think. Oh, hang on. Didn't realise I did that. That is me. That is me. It probably was Motorhead, Stu, and I probably had to go over it. Tell you what, that fucking crossbow was very accurate. But that's field tips, so they would struggle to go through that anyway. That was in the days when I wouldn't normally come on camera very often unless it was from a distance like that. And I didn't really talk on them, because you can tell in the old days I didn't like talking on camera either. Images look all right though. When it shows a picture, looks quite yeah, if that had a bodkin on, that would go straight through that. Cracks me up the quality of the picture back in them days. What would that have been? There you go. Look, here's what the music was. There you go. So the music was The Claw by Motorhead originally. We'll do that a few times. I'll do that another night. I think that's quite good. If you get a little bit bored, we can do a reaction video to some old videos. Not enough of them. Because the good thing with the really old videos, a lot of people might not have seen them. I love how grainy that shit is. It cracks me up. I was going to do some shorts with some of those really old videos, but it is such bad quality that you can't actually see enough. You know, it's just pixels. But that was perfectly acceptable in that day, and that was probably like a reasonably good video, that was. Because it's meant to be played, you know, if it's on a screen about that big, it doesn't look so bad. Or whatever, you know what I mean? Or an old fucking CRT TV or CRT monitor wouldn't look so bad. The talent said, I only found out about 6 or 7 years ago that there was more than music on YouTube. That's it, isn't it? That's it. Do you know what? I think I originally came to YouTube either looking for music or I found a video. I wanted, because I was saying to someone, the only reason I ever made an account on YouTube is because I wanted to watch a video and it wouldn't let me watch it unless I made an account. It must have been some over 18. Like, you know, like there's nothing over 18 on here, but there are some things that are, you know, there are some things that are 18, but you wouldn't obviously see nudity or real, you know, like film 18, you know what I mean? So I had to make an account. And then after I made the account, I would see videos on there, and I think what it was, I used to have little clips of TV shows I had on my phone anyway. I used to have a little phone about that big. They used to have absolutely terrible little clips on that I'd taken from things like the film Bad Taste and stuff like that. Yeah, horror clips. I asked you, that's the kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. And I had all these little clips on my phone, so I started putting them on YouTube, and they started getting views. And then I put on some footage of I had a VHS. You know, on YouTube now, you see all these people doing firearms tests. Well, the only way you'd ever see that back in the day would be on a VHS. And I can't remember what this film was called, but it was all like shooting handguns through car doors and shit like that. And I put some of those clips on. And I also had a load of all of Stephen King's cameos, because I've always been a bit of a fan of Stephen King. I used to put all of Stephen King's cameos on. So if you wanted to see any Stephen King cameo clips, they would come to my channel. But then I started putting weapon stuff on there, and someone said to me, "Oh, you really ought," and they was getting a lot of views. Someone said to me, "Oh, you ought to make another channel." So I made Weapon Collector, and then while I had Weapon Collector and the other channel got copyrighted 1 week as I stopped going on it so much because I was concentrating on this one. It got about 7 or 8 copyright fucking warnings in one day, and they just deleted the channel. But I didn't care anyway. You all right, John? How you doing, mate? By the way, sorry to hear about your absolute twat of a neighbour who I assume it's a neighbour, the twat who stopped you shooting. Yeah, sounds like an absolute fucking arsehole. That does. That was 640 by 480. Would that have been the maximum, I suppose, wouldn't it? Oh, I've got a really dry mouth tonight. Yeah. Oh, and also, sorry, John. Because the funny thing is, you message me on Twitter quite often, don't you? In the joint chat. But a lot of the time, I think when you're on, it's in the morning for us. By the time we see it, it's been on there all night. Yeah. Zed said, "Have you done any work on your book yet, Mike?" No, not yet. I think we get some of the Spyroverse stuff done, and then I might start because that don't have to be rushed. But yeah, no, I haven't yet, Zed. But yeah, I will do that. I think that's a fucking excellent idea. That one. There's a few books I could do. So yeah, that's the only reason I had a YouTube account is because I had to make an account to watch some video on YouTube. Yeah, and then I started putting my own weird little shitty clips on. Not of me. There was also something else, like little Tim and Eric clips, Stephen King clips. Yeah. I'll tell you what I might do one day. I think this would make an interesting video. Going through your subscribers. Because I can do a screen, record my screen, and I'll do a thing where what we'll do, we'll scroll down my subscriptions and we'll look at the interesting accounts. And what I mean by that is because I've got quite a few old accounts that some of you lot would know, you lot would remember. And it'd be interesting talking about accounts that used to do really good videos and now don't. Stuff like that. It's hard to explain, but it makes sense. My dad said, "What are you writing, Mike?" Well, it'll be Zed suggested doing a book on hang on. Budget knife collecting. So I've been drinking that water constantly. It's made my mouth really dry. It's washed all the saliva out of my mouth. And keep drinking the water is making it worse now. Yeah, it'll be a book on basic budget knife collecting. So it'll be talking about certain brands and having pictures. And then there might be stuff on how to clean your knife, oil your knife, maintain it, but all budget stuff. Because as Zed said, most books are always about expensive knife collecting. You probably wouldn't see one budget knife collecting, and I think he's right. You wouldn't. So yeah, be talking about different brands and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, and I think people would buy that. So yeah, if that subscription thing didn't really make sense, it will make sense when I do it. There's a way that you can open up a tab down the side of your... It wouldn't be going on their page. It's hard to explain, but let me just open that thing up again. So, and I'll try and explain to you what I mean. On YouTube, if you go on it in a certain way, down the side's a tab that has your subscriptions. If you do show more, I think it's show more. Yeah, no, subscriptions, right? And if you do it on... It's hard for me to tell you because it only does it, I think, on a PS4. But I could record doing it. Well, I could go through these channels and say, oh yeah, have you ever heard of this person? And then we can click it and have a look at their channel. But you don't actually have to go on their channel to do it. It's hard to explain. That's so cheap, collectible cutting agent. Yeah, yes, fuck's sake. Yes, another CCC. Exactly. Fuck's sake. Tactical said, yeah, you'd never see an A to Z of Anglo arms knives. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't, would you? Yeah, you wouldn't know, would you? And I think there's enough people that could help me out with it as well, getting pictures off of other people. Because obviously I could do what I've got. Grumash, yeah, what was his name? He is on, yeah, that's one of the channels, Zed, I would show. Yeah, what was his channel called before? I can't remember now. But he's on Instagram. Let me just go on Instagram and see if when I click it, there's not any sort of information I don't want people to see. And I'll show you his channel. Jim, on it, that's it, Jim. Can't remember his name. But he's on Instagram. I follow him on Instagram. That's where he went to in the end. Yeah, he had a good channel. And there's not a lot to show you, actually. He has got quite a lot of his knives on there, but there's also a lot of other stuff. Yeah, Jim, he was... Yeah, Nicest Knives, that was it. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of channel I would show, Zed. So on this thing, I would show you that. I would click through the channels and I'd say, oh yeah, this is an interesting one. And we'd click on it and we'd see whether they still, because you'll be surprised. I'm subscribed to about 500 people, but there's probably less than 100 of them who are active nowadays. So I've got shitloads of really old accounts that may not be 500, might be 300, and there's not a lot of them who are active now. So they're interesting to go back and look. You know, this is bloody blood. Look what he used to do. I think Nicest Knives, did he get rid of his channel? But if he didn't, that's what I'll do. Yeah, that's the kind of channels I would show. The ones that used to be quite prolific, but moved on to other places. I'll have to go off soon. I've enjoyed tonight. It's been quite good. I think the box of shitty delights worked quite well. So I can do that every time. You know, because what I'll do now, I'll swap that knife for a different knife, swap that film for a different film, leave the stuff in there for sale that I need to show, leave the little quiz in, and then we've still got the other stuff to but it just gives something to do when things get a little bit quiet. I don't know that one, Zed. Yeah, that's another shame. When when someone dies, I don't know that one. But what was their names? I know Fuller's Tactical Weapons, he died. He something to do with falling. I don't know. He had a falling kind of accident anyway. What was the other one? There was a martial arts bloke. But yeah, it's sad, isn't it? But at least they have their channels as a sort of memorial thing. And I always like that. You know, you get to live on then. That's why I love Backyard Plinky, and he sadly passed away as well. Yeah, it's a shame, really, isn't it? That I recognise that name. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to go off in a second. But yeah, I think the box of shitty delights worked well. Also depends what kind of mood I'm in. I was in a good mood last night. must remember to use this during the quiz, though. So we've got. Yeah, I'm up for the shitty after party. I'm up for the shitty after party tactical. Don't worry about that. I'm coming just for the abuse. Your abuse. No, that don't sound wrong. I said that don't sound wrong. That sounds wrong. That doesn't sound right. You're getting some abuse. Verbal abuse. Don't get excited. Fuck's sake. Yeah. Zombie Slayer said, about 10 years ago, there was a popular zombie called Yoke Slayer. He died in a car crash. Sorry, I'm not laughing at that. It was tactical, putting laughing in the arse. Yes, it's these things happen, but it's a shame, isn't it? But at least they have their YouTube channels as a little bit of a memorial, I think. Right, I'm going over to Tactical Pirate stream. Let me send a link. Let me put a link on here so that you can join us over there and give him some abuse. So here is Tactical Pirate's channel. There we go. Come over, join in the party. Yes, I'll see you over when you start in a bit or in about 20 minutes. You can go and click on a reminder thing on there. Yeah, click videos. Come up with a thing saying come up with a reminder for me. How did that come up, Tactical? Come up with some. Did you set like a thing that you was gonna do? Come up with a reminder thing for me, but it's not on there now. Oh, I don't know. Oh, you set it earlier. It's not actually on your channel though. There's nothing to click on your channel. Right. Thank you for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. It's been a good one tonight. Enjoyed it. Box of Shitty Delights worked quite well. Yeah, and I'll keep that every time. I'll just replace the knife, replace the film, and the rest is good to go. So tomorrow there'll be a video on. It should go live about 4 o'clock. In the week there'll be videos, and then next weekend, Friday, I'll be on, but Saturday it'll be a premiere for you lot to have a chat on because I'll be out, but I may be in for a late night live stream. All right. See you later, everyone. Good night. See you later, Metallic. She said, I'm going to bugger off for tonight. Boxy Internet playing. Yeah, it must be annoying when that happens. I don't blame you. Yeah, good night, everyone. Cheers for watching. I've enjoyed myself tonight. It was a nice stream. Yeah, see you later. See you on Tacticals. Good night. See you later.